Hello everyone, this is Freya Crawford, the Mount Washington medium. We are back with another episode in our You Might Be an Empath If series. And we're here today with episode 8, You Don't Have to Tell Me. Okay, if you've not had the opportunity to watch episodes 1 through 7, those are up, they're available. I recommend that you check them out. This is a series where each episode builds upon the previous ones. So again, I recommend that you check those out. We're in the middle of a deep dive into qualities, attributes, characteristics commonly experienced by those who have empathic abilities. And we're here in episode 8. You might be an empath if you pick up on the emotions and or information about people without them needing to tell you first. Okay, so you're intuitively picking up on the emotions or information about other people. So do you find yourself just knowing certain information about a person? You just intuitively know that information. Do you feel like you instantly know new people? And does the information that you pick up on get validated back to you later in some way, shape, or form? Okay, so for example, do you meet someone and you just have an intuitive knowing that that person had a traumatic childhood, for example? You just intuitively pick up on that information. That person hasn't told you anything. You just know that when you meet them, when you've spent a little bit of time with them, perhaps you've picked up on this intuitively. You just know it in your gut. You know it in your body that this person experienced childhood trauma. And then later, perhaps even years later, that person has a moment where they open up, a vulnerable moment, and they share with you that childhood trauma that they experienced. So that information that you intuitively picked up on gets validated back to you. Or another example, there may be a person in your life that you encounter on a regular basis. Let's say a coworker. You go into work one day and you intuitively know that that person is struggling with a project. You just know in your gut, in your body, you just know that they are struggling with the project that they're working on. And then perhaps later that day or later that week, you're in a meeting and the struggle becomes very apparent in the information shared in that meeting. So again, your intuition, that intuitive hit that you received, gets validated back to you. Do you instinctively know when someone is lying? You just know when someone is lying, is not being authentic. And alternatively, do you instinctively know when someone is being genuine? Do you feel as though you're a great judge of character? You know when someone is authentic. You know when someone is being genuine, being their authentic self. And you know when other people are lying or not being authentic. Do you ever get a strong intuitive or gut feeling right before something happens? So for example, Do you get an intuitive hit that someone is going to call? And then moments later, your phone rings and it is that person. Okay, or do you ever get a strong, intuitive, or gut feeling that you are going to bump into someone? And then you're out grocery shopping and you bump into that person. So again, your intuitive, your gut feelings are getting validated back to you. Another example, do you ever wake up with a song in your head only to have that be the first song that you hear on the radio when you hop in the car for your morning commute? Or do you get a song lyric stuck in your head and then at some point throughout the day you hear that song and that lyric just rings in your head, resonating with you in a particular way? So this is a knowing within yourself, picking up on information, perhaps very specific information. And often that information is getting validated back to you in some way, shape, or form. Do you ever sense what someone is thinking, and then moments later, they speak those words? So it's as if you're reading someone else's mind. You know what they're thinking, and suddenly they're speaking those words, validating what you were getting intuitively. Or do you ever sense what someone is thinking or feeling over a period of time? And then it could be weeks, months, sometime later, they speak words to you that validate what you were picking up on. Do you ever sense what someone is feeling within your own body? So you could be around a particular person and, for example, you could feel that there is an intense physical attraction that that person has for you. You can just tell, you can pick up on the energy that they're sending your way. There's an attraction. But no words are spoken about this, it's just an exchange of energy. And then later, let's say at a coworker happy hour, they get some liquid courage and they tell you they're attracted to you. So an empath would have experiences like this. Getting that intuitive information about information or emotion, and often that intuitive hit is validated. So if you've said yes to any of these questions, you might be an empath. Thank you for tuning in. This has been episode 8. You don't have to tell me. And we're going to keep the ball rolling in episode 9, Pets and Plants. And that will be released tomorrow at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in episode 9.